Hi, it's Mitch from Pickdawgz.com here with your free pick in the North Carolina versus Northern Iowa college basketball matchup on Wednesday, November 22nd, 2023. Of course, I do tons of free picks every single day. When you give out that many free picks, well, you're bound to like some more than others. To find out the games I'm betting today, head on over to Pickdawgz, click on the Premium Picks tab, use the discount code PICK for 15% off. We also have the Dime Club and Sharp Trading Plays meant for people who make larger bets. If you make big bets, text the number on the screen because there's not available on the website, so text that number. Well, let's get to this one. North Carolina taking on Northern Iowa. North Carolina 3-0 on the season, but just 1-2 against the number to start the year, while Northern Iowa 1-2 on the season and 0-2 against the number. What that always means in this early season, well, they played against a team where there was no line in the game, and that usually means one of those FCS goals that you could tell without looking at who they played. Well, that one win, that's what it's going to be against. But anyways, when we look at the Tar Heels this year, it's Armando Bacot's team, and I think with Love leaving and heading to Arizona, just a little bit of a different story for this Tar Heels team. We know that this was a team that made it to the finals of the NCAA tournament just a couple of years ago, and certainly it's Carolina, and so the expectation is that's where they're going to be every single year. I think in today's ACC, going to be tough sledding if they hope to get there this year, but a big step is winning these tournament style games and these tournaments in themselves. And I think Carolina, well, always built to do that, but do they have the coaching to get them there? I think Davis has been a question mark as the head coach since the day he got there. I think if he didn't make that NCAA tournament final, probably would be a very easy decision for them in Chapel Hill, but with that appearance, well, comes hope. But the thing is, with this roster that he has, he's going to have to deliver because I'm sure in the image licensing world, a guy like Bacot did not come cheap. When we look at Northern Iowa here, offensively, they're pretty strong, and they can shoot the ball pretty well from the floor. 3-point shooting, same thing. They can pretty much fire it up. So they're going to give anybody trouble. But what Carolina does not do well is defend the perimeter. And I think we see this a lot with good teams that don't actually reach their potential. It's like they don't defend the perimeter, so they're always susceptible against a team like a Northern Iowa who can chuck it up from a distance. These teams haven't played in a very long time, so there's nothing really relevant along those lines. But when we look at Northern Iowa's recent games, the loss against South Florida, 74-65, they were 2.5-point dogs in that one. And then the loss to North Texas, 77-63. So they haven't necessarily even been competitive in their games. Meanwhile, when we look at Carolina, the win over UC Riverside last time out, their most dominating performance, but the wins over Radford and Lehigh, really not much to speak of, did not cover pretty big spreads in either of those games. Like I said, I think for the Tar Heels, I think it all comes down to their star players. Bringing in Cormac Ryan, certainly another guy who's expected to deliver for them, but we haven't really necessarily seen that on a regular basis just yet. Of course, it's still too early in the season, but last time out in that win, he had just 2 points in 22 minutes of work, while Bacot poured in 21. I just think in this type of game, I just think that Northern Iowa probably hangs around, probably gives the Heels some problems. I just don't see how North Carolina, like I said, I think we got coaching issues here, and I think to me that runs deeper. This game should be a blowout, but I don't see it. I'll take Northern Iowa in the points, and that's going to be my free pick. Of course, while you're doing your picks today, putting your bets in, use our betting tools at Sports Chat Place. They're 100% free. They'll tell you how often historically the bets on the board have come in and match them up with today's odds. And that way they can rank them most favorable and find the ones that are most favorable for you.